Hi everyone, we are live, but we're waiting for Kaylee and sorry, Kimberly and Adele and Lucia to join the stream. So they should be along shortly. So bear with us, guys, and they should all be here soon. They're just running a bit late.
Can you hear me, Jess?
Hi Kim, we're live by the way. We went live at 7. So,
Oh, we're live, are we? Okay, was that you just phoning me?
yeah, that's me trying to phone you to see what's happening. Yeah. So we
All
are
right.
live. We've got
I think,
Steve at Radio Heaven in here as well.
brilliant. I'll get started then, shall I?
Yeah,
So
go.
tonight,
Yeah, go for it.
guys, we're going to be discussing, we'll be giving a little bit of an update on where we're at with our campaign. We're going to be discussing the RSE campaign tonight. Lucia and Adele will be along in a bit. Where are we at now? We're looking at court action. So we're putting together a team ready for court and we're raising funds to go towards that. So we'll also have some other guests on tonight as well, if they can get on. So that'll be Rian and Lisa. They've done a bit of fundraising for us, sponsored walks. Rian seems to be part of the PCP furniture now. She's come along, she's latched on. Nobody can pass Rian in the street without taking a leaflet. If you pass in Rian, you're going to know about what's going on with RSE. So as you can imagine, we've had lots of phone calls, we've had lots of responses there. But Rian, I think, is up to almost £500 now. So that's fantastic. So Rian will be on in a bit, and I'm sure the girls will be too. But first of all, we got Steve. How are you, Steve?
I'm good, Kim. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. We haven't spoken for a while, have we?
No, we haven't. It's been a manic time, I think, for both of us, you know?
Oh, it has. It's been crazy, especially this end.
Yeah, I can imagine. I have been sort of we've been working this end with all the stuff that's been going on, and I've been keeping one eye on what's going on with you guys as well. So I pretty much got a good idea where you are right now, and especially with the legal process and everything that's going on. But it's all exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's it. We're moving forward now. We've got 2 legal teams. I've spoken to you about this before. They seem very confident in lots of aspects of this. So there's the actual process of how this was made, and there are Human Rights Act aspects as well, you know. And what we got a chance to, which was something that others haven't had the chance to, as you know, Steve. They've all started on they've all got off on the LGBT aspect of this lesson contents, and much of their campaigns have been religious. It's just against their religious beliefs, you know. It's as simple as that. There's no other reasoning behind it. Then it's just, you know, we don't like it because it goes against our religious beliefs, and they've been shunned for that. But with us, we got the opportunity to put it across how we see it. We looked at the frameworks, how it clashes with definitions of sexual exploitation, how it clashes with aspects of the law, how it actually falls in line with the definition of non-contact sex abuse. So that was the first time we actually got to sit down and tell the story from our perspective. And we had some fantastic feedback from that. You know, they really listened to us, and they seen as well, you know, that actually there is far more to this than just the lesson contents or just our beliefs or anything like that. There is a real danger behind this education. Yeah. And for the first time ever, I was actually overwhelmed by it. It brought me to tears, you know. It's like, for the first time, somebody's actually listening, and they're not putting words in our mouth. And, you know,
did you feel vindicated at that point?
Steve, you know?
Yeah. So did you feel kind of vindicated and as if, you know, everything you had done, it was the right thing to do, and that you were actually, you know, justified in what you're pursuing, you know? I would have thought that was a massive relief to feel that actually somebody was turning and saying, yeah, we get it, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, you know. And to feed back to the girls, it was manic here, and there was loads of people here. They came to get stuff for charity events for PCP. And then the meeting came. I didn't know if any of the girls were joining. I managed to find a small corner in my bedroom and sat on the jewelry box to make it look like I was at a desk. And then I was confronted with these 5 legal representatives from all different areas, and everything, Steve, even down to changing our petition. You know, there's lots of different things. It's all gone in our favor now. And yeah, we needed it. We needed that. I was just sorry that the girls weren't there to listen to it as well, because I think everybody needed that feedback that week as well, because we've all gone through a period where it's affected us, you know, emotionally. You know, we've been brought to tears on many occasions at different times as well. So that was definitely, it came at the right time for us. And I was just getting, the girls weren't there to listen to it as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a very busy time, and I understand what, you know, your team and you have actually gone through over the last couple of months, because I have been watching, and I quite honestly, you know, I've got every respect for you all, because I don't know how you do it, you know. I get the motivation, I get the reasons and the why you do what you do, but it's tough, especially in the face of opposition. especially in the face of criticism and attack and lack of support sometimes, and everything else, you know. So it's you know, it's all credit to all of you, really, that you've stayed the course so far, you know.
Well, that's it. We've you know, we are a strong team, but it's, Steve, like yourself, you've researched this, you've looked at it, you know exactly where it comes from, and it's not nice, is it? It's you
No.
you can't possibly view this and carry on your day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you've looked at this, you can't possibly carry on your day and think it's going to be okay. You know, it's soul destroying.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, the impact over the foreseeable future for children, not only the generation that are being exposed to this now, but how that becomes normalized in the future for future generations as well. And it can only be a declining spiral. It can only get worse, because the more it degenerates, the less the standards drop, you know, the more the standards drop, and the more acceptable the lower standards are from the point of view of whether you're looking at it from a morality basis or a practicality basis of how it impacts on people and society and children as they grow into adults. You know, I can't see anything positive. I cannot see anything positive at all, you know.
I'm quite concerned that this is, you know, it's been sold as it's going to help teenagers, it's going to reduce teenage pregnancies, and they're going to know so much more about their bodies. So why is this starting at age 3 then? Why is this coming into force for the 3-year-olds, essentially 3 years before the teenagers?
Yes, exactly.
So none of it makes sense. I don't know if you've actually seen the act, yes, the Curriculum and Assessment Act now it's called. It's been passed, that has been published. Ooh, concerning, Steve. In there, it actually says, in the actual act itself now, the ministers don't have to consult if they don't see fit, you know. So from this point onwards now, the consultation they're doing just for everyone's benefit right now, they never have to do any of that ever again. You know, we know what they've signed up for, and that piece of legislation is serious.
Yes. I tell her I was going to say to you, you know, we did a little video a little while ago about, because we had took quite a bit of flack about a previous video. We made a little video about Kinsey's book. And we looked at the content of sexuality in the human male. I don't know whether you saw, you probably saw the video. And we looked at it and broke it down, especially chapter 5, I believe it was, where all the tables and contents of the data, so-called data and research, sit as far as it relates to pre-adolescent boys. Have you actually got a copy of the book?
No, I haven't, Steve.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Just bear with me 1 second. So here's the book, okay? Sexual Behavior in the Human Male. This is believe it or not, I sourced this, and you'll never guess where it came from originally.
Where?
Newport Lending Library.
No way.
There's actually a library ticket inside, okay? And
that looks like, you did show us on Voice of Wales once, and that looks like an original version. Yes,
it is. And it's basically, it's actually Newport Reference Library. And it's got the reference number down there from the 1950s or 60s, you know. But what I'm going to do, if you forward me your address, I'll send this up to you.
Oh, okay? Fantastic.
It's served its usefulness, and it's, to be honest, it deserves out of the bin as far as I'm concerned, but I know you'll make better use of it than me now.
Well, this is it. You know, when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place where you want it, but you don't want to put money into it, kind of thing.
Yes.
But I've had, to be fair, I've had some great books sent to me from a lady up north as well, Joan. She's a massive supporter of the campaign. She's the North Wales division, and she sent me some books on Kinsey. One, it took 25 years to write. Now it goes right into him. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into those now after my dissertation.
Yeah, well, I mean, as I say, our criticism was that the criticism of us was that we weren't being historically accurate in what we said in the previous, one of the first videos and the animation video,
Yeah,
that Kinsey wasn't this, and he didn't say this about children. He didn't say that children were sexual from birth. He didn't say that children had sexual rights from birth. And he may not actually have said it in those exact words, but the inference was there. And there was one sentence from chapter 5 which almost said, this is evidence that children are aware of sexuality from a very young age. In other words, pre-adolescent. Now, pre-adolescent to Kinsey was from a couple of months old.
yeah.
You know, when it says pre-adolescent boys, it's very deceiving, because when you look at the research, it's children of 2 months old. I think the youngest was that appeared in the data. So, but yeah, pop me your address and I will promise you I will send this up to you.
Yeah, we'll take that on our campaigns. We take, as you know, Steve, we take all the evidence with us. You know, I'm there with my little trolley, and my little trolley now has become a great big black box. So
yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah, so we definitely we're going to be out and about. This is it now. We've got to get a movement going, Steve. It's got to be, people are listening, you know. There isn't really much opposition against us, to be fair. Only the government.
Yeah. So how are you finding generally public opinion when you and the guys involved in the campaign are actually talking to just ordinary people? What's the reaction? Is it non-belief, or is it interest, or is it shock, or
it's mixed? It is, Steve. It's mixed. What we find is when we approach people out on the streets and we approach them with leaflets, this, that, and the other, they do listen. You know, it's different. You know, you're speaking to people and you can have that conversation then, and they can steer the conversation as well. So when you're out face to face, we have a great response. But I have to say this: we will. The only opposition we really get when we've been out, and it's happened 3 times in a row, has been teachers. One even said to Grace, and Grace is lovely, you know, shoo, I'm a teacher, shoo, you know. Another woman, I'm a teacher, and that is our greatest opposition, to be fair.
Well, in all honesty, as far as teachers are concerned, with the greatest respect, you're a teacher. Yeah. You are instructed what to teach by the syllabus and by the government, and you can't stray from that. So my response to that would be, you know, get back in your box, really. You know,
well, at the end of the day, I'd like to know how long they've been working for CICAS myself, Steve. If they know all about it, and they've been working for CICAS or the Kinsey Institute or the United Nations, clearly.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I've come across teachers who are horrified and unaware, and they're kind of checking it out because they can't believe that is actually true. So I've come across some teachers who've actually said, well, I can't believe that is the case, you know.
That's what I was going to say. On the flip side, we have had to set up a separate email address now, because there are school governors.
Yeah.
And there are people in education that are concerned about it. And a lot of them are doing their own research now. And as you know, Steve, it takes time.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and when you first see these things, it takes time for it to sink in as well. So I think the tides are turning, because we've even had a school governor that wants to see our proposals, and she wants to see if there's anything she can contribute. So Brilliant. That's positive, you know, that's a big, massive shift. So yeah, that, like I say, yeah, we do get, it is the teachers that will say, I'm a teacher, and shoo, you know, get away. But like, a lot of these people come to this job because they want to help kids, Steve, at the end of the day, you know, and it's about getting the barriers down. We've also had like quite a positive response. One of our supporters, she works in health education, so with the health visitors and things like that. And it happened to come up in discussion with them the other day. And she had the opportunity to put it across, and they actually saw it for what it was then. So when she came back and said, how can we get into the health visitors? How can we, you know, so we're working with, we are chipping away at it, and I think we are getting there. You know, as you know, we are Welsh people, and we're close knit, Steve, at the end of the day, you know, and it doesn't take long for us to figure things out.
No, No, that's right.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
so we are optimistic. We're positively optimistic. We are.
Good, good, good. Well,
So do you want to talk about your radio show, Steve?
yeah, of course, yeah. Start a radio station, they said. It'd be fun, they said. You know, it's been absolute horrendous. It's been one of the most stressful things I've ever done in my life. We were going to launch about a month ago, and we hit all sorts of problems. Then we had some technical problems. Then we had the license was delayed, and then there were other stuff, and it's been one thing after another. But finally, we've actually got, and then a service provider server failed, and that knocked us out for 48 hours, and it's been a real battle just to get on air. You know, we started producing content and it was starting to get really good, and we've had some really nice guests lined up. And obviously, from your point of view as well, we'd love to have you and the girls contribute, whenever you want to, as far as any airtime or interviews are concerned.
Yeah, we'd love to, Steve. Yeah, the girls are well up for that. We've had a busy couple of months, but it's cooled down now, especially for the other girls anyway. So yeah, full steam ahead now.
Good. So what our format is, how do you describe it? We kind of talked about this as being a national community radio. And I know that doesn't make sense, but that's what we're aiming for. And it's basically anyone in the UK can listen, anyone in the UK can contribute wherever you live, whether you're Wales or Cornwall or Devon or north of England or Scotland or wherever else. But we're going to try and do things in a way that if there's a local issue, we'll explore it and we'll talk about it. So whether that's, obviously what's going on with you guys in Wales, or whether it's somebody in England, something going on, and we'll talk about local issues wherever they occur. So we're going to be split between having talk and debate shows on all sorts of subject matter. Big questions, that matter to people, but also local issues as well. And I would say to any of your guys, anyone who, who wants to, if they get in touch with us and tell us what the issue is that they're facing, we'll do something about it. We'll put a program around it. We'll invite you on. You can talk about it. It doesn't matter what it is. And if it's important to you, we'll discuss it. And if we can turn it into some kind of feature or program, then we will. Okay. Our listeners are growing. We got a fantastic mix of music as well. So we're doing everything from reggae to ska to soca. If you don't know what soca is, it's Spirit of Caribbean. Brilliant. It's beautiful music. Blues, rock, pop, whatever. Okay. We do a fantastic mix of music, and it's completely random. I've been accused of being random in the past, and it's coming out in this. I mean, the thing is, I got lazy. I used to play in bands around South Wales back in the day, and I'm too old now to be packing up gear at 2 o'clock in the morning at the back end of the Amman Valley, at the end of a gig. So yeah, I thought, well, why not play some music and perhaps entertain some people and cheer them up, and we can also cover some issues as well at the same time, But what we're going to do this coming Saturday, the 19th, is we're going to do a day from 9 till 5, and anyone can call in or text or pop us a message on Facebook, email us with a request. If you'd like to contribute for that request, then any money raised on the day from 9 to 5 request show, you can. If you want to pay £100 for a song, you can. If you want to pay a couple of quid, you can. Whatever takes you, whatever mood you're in to contribute, then just throw a few quid in the bucket and we'll play a song for you. And we're going to do that all day from 9 till 5. What we'd also like to do is have any of you or the girls or anyone involved in Public Child Protection Wales give us a call on the day, and we'll have a little chat about the campaign. And we'll make our listeners aware as well of what's going on, So yeah, we thought that'd be a great idea. It's a bit of fun. Well, it's a lot of fun actually, and it perhaps will motivate a few people to actually listen, because I think music's a great leveler, and it's also a great way of communicating. and a lot of people will buy into the request show that wouldn't normally consider perhaps your campaign. So we're hoping that by putting that on, then it'll create a lot of interest, but also raise a few quid for you guys as well on the day as well.
And that's what it's about, Steve, isn't it? This is the point that we need to get across now. It needs to be fun, it needs to be exciting, and it needs to be community based, and it's got to be something for everyone as well. We want people to use their initiative now. I just want to remind people that Steve, how we came across Steve, he saw a rant of me on Facebook. I was ranting against abolish the Welsh Assembly. Because yes, back last July I was ranting just as well as I'm ranting this May, exactly the same, nothing's changed. And Steve did his own research. Steve has gone, he's gone hell for leather on it. He's produced videos explaining everything. He's even been attacked himself. Steve has gone on, he's done interviews. The interviews haven't been aired yet, but Steve has used his initiative. He's gone on and done things himself. And this is what we need, guys. We need everybody to follow in Steve's footsteps, really. We're not asking you to produce a video or things like that, but do what you can. Even if it's just chatting to somebody, having a coffee morning, have a coffee morning, get the laptop out and just go through things together. Because this is what it's about now. Everybody needs to use their initiative. Everybody can contribute. Everybody has something to contribute. We've all got a mouth and we can all talk. And that's what's going to get the message going, Steve, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, what I would say on the day, next Saturday, if anyone would like to call and sort of share their experience, and what their thoughts are about what's happening with RSE, and how, it may be that how they've interacted with their school, or how they've interacted with the local authority, or what the response has been from people they talked about, or perhaps an experience they've had with their children already. Because I know there's a lot of people that I've spoken to that are actually getting feedback from their kids about what's going on in school, particularly in England, because RSE has been in place for a little while. So I think that the problem is, it's the same old story, isn't it? That the first casualty in war is always the truth. And yes. What's happened in England is that largely it slipped through without any notice. I mean, I know there were campaigns against it, like the Schoolgate campaign and various other campaigns in England, but nobody had that kind of momentum that it actually made a difference, I don't think. And then, so the legislation slips through without any real opposition or notice, nobody opposing it. And then all of a sudden parents start to say, well, hold on a minute, what's this? Whether it's the content of children's homework or whether it's, whatever. So yeah, we'd love to hear people's experiences, so that we can broadcast that. Don't be shy. Give us a text or email us and tell us what your experience is. If you don't want to, speak on air, then we'll obviously, say who you are and read out your email or read out your text or whatever, and tell people what your experience is, and it's a great medium really for reaching people perhaps that haven't heard about this before, because a lot of people support fundraising efforts regardless of what the actual beneficiary is, if you like, and perhaps some people say, oh, well, what this all about, great, I'd love to do that, I'd love to support a good cause, but what's it all about? So perhaps it'll raise a bit more awareness, but please don't be shy. Get in touch, email us, text us, or if you're feeling brave, give us a call. We'll put you on air and we'll have a chat.
So people can email us. Can people start emailing, texting then, Steve, in preparation for next week? Is that okay?
Of course they can. Yeah, of course they can. Yeah, we've got all the links on our Facebook page.
I've shared them on YouTube as well. We've also got Lucia saying hi. We've got quite a few people saying hi tonight, guys.
Yeah,
Steve's videos are fantastic, Lucia.
Yeah, so by all means, text us, pop us an email, you can give us a call, and just tell us in advance. Also, if you want a request, and if people want to request and they want to contribute something to pay for their favorite tune being played, we'll take that in advance all day long as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
And yeah, we're hoping we're gonna have a lot of fun on the day, a lot of interaction. hopefully, anyone who wants to contact us is welcome. And, if it raises a few quid towards a campaign and it raises awareness, then it'd be worthwhile. If we reach one person, that it makes a difference to, it's done its job, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And that's it. The thing is, Steve, that's, sometimes we do something and it overwhelms us, the reach on it is unbelievable. We don't expect that. Other times then we think we're going to hit big and we can't, we can't get past the doorstep, but everything's different for everyone. I had one man contact me about a month ago, and it was the third poster he had seen that triggered it. So it was the third poster.
Yeah.
It was 2 different towns, and on the third poster he was walking with his missus on the pram, and that's when they stopped and phoned, and that conversation then went to an hour and a half long. But it took him to see, he had to see the posters 3 times, So it's different things for different people, isn't it? And it's not, we just need to get everyone on board now. We'll try absolutely anything.
Well, I mean, I've always said that, from day one, when we first started discussing, how we could help you, I've always said from day one that Wales is the catalyst. Wales is the first domino. And if Wales falls, then the rest of the country follows. They have to, and that's why there's a real responsibility on the people of Wales to get it right for everybody else. Because if you succeed in Wales, then every other government, devolved government, or whoever else, local authorities, people in a position of power, education authorities have to take notice. So it's really important that Wales wins. It's really important that you guys win, because that opens the door then to, the domino effect of people having to ask questions about what's gone wrong,
Because I don't think people understand the severity of it, Steve, or how massive this actually is, People still think when we show them videos from America, oh, that's America. That's not in Wales, so. It will be if we don't pull our fingers out, and once it's in, it does not go.
No.
So we have to be the place that pushes it back, We have the fact that we're a small country as well. Like you said, it's coming in England, but it's coming in England, and the campaigns haven't had much impact there because it's been pocketed, and it's been within our local authority, So it's only been in the local news as well. So it hasn't been. It's been contained. So we can get from north to south in a day, east to west in a day. This is what we need to do here now. We need to use that to our advantage. Yes, we're the smallest country, but that is perfect. That's perfect. That means we've only got 1,500 schools. There are over 23,000 in England. We've only got 4 police forces. There are 40 in England. We need to use this to our advantage now. And that has to be, look how small Wales is, that's not even a quarter of England. It's not even, so we can make a massive impact for such a small place. Like I keep telling people, this started with one small group of people, right? And it needs to end with one small group of people as well. If you take out everything that's happened since the 1950s and you picture Kinsey, Pomeroy, everyone around that table, are they better than us? No, they are not. Are they smarter than us? No, they are not.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Are they good people? No, they definitely are not.
No.
Are we scared of them? No, we are not. So we need to start the same way they did. It can be done, Steve. It can be done, and this has to be the place to do it. Lisa, are you there? We've had somebody else that's been fundraising for us. Are you there, Lisa? We've actually seen Rhian in now.
I'm here. I don't know if you can hear me now.
We can hear you. Big camera on, Lisa.
Let me back 2 seconds, chicken.
So we got Rhian, guys. Rhian is, like I said, Rhian's become part of the PCP furniture. Rhian has. She's kind of moved in and become. She is the organisation. How are you doing, Rhian?
Hello.
You are live on TV, girl.
There you go. Okay.
So I've been telling everyone, Rhea, how you've moved into Public Child Protection Wales.
Yeah.
You're part of the organisation and you've been out raising lots of money to get this campaign to court, haven't you, love?
Yeah. On the walk, wasn't it? With loads of fun with Gwyneth as well. Yeah, we raised
Brilliant.
£459 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
459. That is
Yeah.
amazing. Who's the best leaflet distributor?
Rian is, isn't it? Ray.
Yeah.
100%. 100% she is. Nobody can refuse a leaflet off you, Ree, can they?
No. We're
So, yeah,
aiming
so
for
Rian has started the ball rolling. Oh, let me see if I can get some pictures up. I should have got organised, really, shouldn't I? So Rian started the ball rolling with our fundraising. She didn't mess around, boy. Again, just like Steve, I was having phone calls. This is done, that's done. I need to come down and get this. I need to come down and get that. I looked on Facebook. She was doing the walk.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, hang on a minute now. I didn't even know it was going on. If it was going on, we could have been there to support it. But she just got stuck
Wow.
straight in.
Mimi?
And
Yeah.
it was Rian's birthday as well, Ree, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
20th birthday when it love.
Yeah.
But we're aiming
Excellent.
to raise £1,000 altogether,
Yeah.
aren't we? So we're going to do some raffles.
Yeah.
Because we got some people that have kindly donated some stuff as well. Oh, here's the others. Yes, and Alice.
Alice is Nikki. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna share my screen so people can see the photos of you then, yeah?
There you go.
Right, so we can show everyone you out and about then. So there's Rian, guys, outside Caerphilly Castle.
There you are.
So if anybody was mobbed by Rian
Yes.
that day,
There's
she was
lots of
out for
people
us.
interested in that.
How far did it walk, Ria?
Happy.
It was just under 4 miles it was meant to be, but her legs were a little bit achy, so we done little bit less. But everyone still contributed, so it was lovely.
You had a good day. I can't believe she didn't tell me she was going. I would have loved to have been there. I would have been at the finishing line with a big fat cake and loads of candles for her.
Ah, we done the cake in the end, and we laughed. Yeah,
Anyway, it's never too late, is it?
that's
Never
right.
too late to have a party.
Never too late for cake.
What's your next adventure, Ria? You're going to do the raffles?
We're gonna do the raffles, and we need to work a couple of things out.
Yeah.
We might do like a camp out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a camp out somewhere. We'll do a
Yeah.
sponsored camp and get lots of people involved in that if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, get all your
Are
friends.
you gonna be
there.
invited?
Yes, they'll all be invited. Yeah. They love.
Yeah.
She loves you all.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's what we need. See, we just need everybody to get stuck in. This is a country effort, and Rian, we got a Suez campaign. Boy, I'm having Rian and me now next week. We go in town hopping, kid.
Yes. No.
Yes.
No.
You don't want to come town hopping to meet you.
No.
No.
You're on camera shy now, are you, Rhys?
Yeah.
It's not like she's normally stealing the phones.
Oh, yes.
Then.
Oh, sweetheart.
So can I ask how much, what's your goal? How much do you want to raise?
So at the moment, we've spoken to the barrister and we've asked what kind of benchmark are we looking at? And like he said, he would love to go pro bono, but he's got to eat.
Yeah.
But realistically, to get things started, if we're not done the legal aid route, what we're looking at just to get started off is £10,000
Okay.
just to get us started off, you know? Because like he said, but what we need a case, a really good case. We don't want to get so far where we lose and we've got to pay the Welsh Government's fees as well, because then we're looking 60, 70 grand. So at the moment, if we've got 10 grand, we can get started anyway. We're still building up our team. So we've done a contact form today now. What we're looking for, guys, we're looking for families brave enough to go to court. We got 2 different legal teams looking at different aspects of this. So we're looking for parents of primary school children. We're also looking for parents of teenagers, and we're also looking for teenagers themselves. So if a teenager wants to pursue this and they feel brave enough, they too can come forward. So ideally, we'll be looking at low-income families because that's going to help. Because obviously we don't want somebody trying to take on the government and then ended up coughing out loads themselves. So at the moment, Steve, we're playing it safe. Nothing at all is set in stone. We're just about getting the ball to the top of the hill, ready to get it rolling.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we at the moment we've got in our head £10,000 at the moment, and we're looking for our families. We'll know more, I'd say, in the next few weeks now.
10,000. Okay. And
But
how
what
much?
we have got is, like I said, the barristers are keen to take it on. You know, I think it's more moral fight than anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
there are many aspects to this that we can fight. We just need to look at which areas, and like we've got people from different areas. So there's people from policy, education, human rights, criminal. Well, we've got criminal law now as well. So we're looking at different areas, and yeah, the government will soon know we are onto them because they are going to be receiving a letter.
Ooh, okay. And sorry, how much has Rian raised so far?
Rian has raised
£459 so far.
Wow, that's excellent. And how
So
much?
Rian has raised, Rian's raised 5% of the overall
Yeah, she has.
already.
Yeah.
Rian's raised 5% of the first benchmark.
Brilliant.
Good on you, Ria. You're a
Yeah.
legend.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we'll do on Saturday. Okay. If you email us, Rian, okay, let us know your favorite song. We'll play a song for you, and
Oh, we know what that's going to be, do we?
Yeah.
and we'll also we'll also do a little chat about you and what you've done so far and how
Yeah.
amazing
There
you've
you
done so
go.
far. Okay. So-
Yeah.
Be
So
on
do you want-
radio in 1 week.
Hey,
Oh, sweetheart.
name?
Oh, the man's name,
Yeah.
Steve.
Steve.
There you go.
Yeah. So on Saturday, give us a hint what your favorite song is.
Yeah.
Play a favourite song for you, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you going to choose?
Nothing.
You don't know yet, do you? We've got too many to name, I think.
Okay, well, make sure you drop us an email and we'll play that for you. Give you a mention on Saturday. Okay.
Oh, we will do. Thank
Yes,
you.
we'll have a little
Thank
dance to
you.
that then. It better be one we can dance to now, Ria.
TV.
What? 2 seconds. Yes,
Gonna,
yes, it's on the screen. Do you want to hold it? Hold it carefully then.
Okay.
Hey, sweetheart, you all right?
Yeah, baby.
So we're going to do more fundraising, more raffling, and we're going to have a nice little dance on the weekend then, are we?
Yeah, hold it up so you can see. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dance to your favourite song on the weekend, okay?
Excellent.
We'll
Excellent.
email them with a song. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, no, thank you. Thank you very
Aw.
much for all your hard work, because Lisa's a little legend as well. Lisa's out walking her legs off. And she's had a war with somebody in Caerphilly. She's been putting the leaflets up. Somebody's been taking them down. She's been putting them up. Somebody's been taking them down. So she's out there now with carpet adhesive.
Yes.
And it's been an ongoing battle, and she's winning the battle because
Yeah.
she even had somebody come along and pay for an extra 10,000 because
Really?
somebody was taking them down. So even there, Lisa's winning the battle, you know. So
It's nice to have the support for the campaign.
yeah, and that's what
Absolutely.
it is, about being persistent. All we only need one busybody in each local authority, and that's enough to get it going. You know, we only need 22 people like us, really, dotted around the country, and we can get this going.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I forgot to mention, okay, we're going to run a little competition on Saturday, okay. It's there's a track that we really love it. It's called Happy Dance. It's by a band called Mercy Me, okay. With parents' permission, if kids want to send in take a look at the video. If kids want to send in their version of Happy Dance, give us your Happy Dance.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll come up with a bag of goodies and you know, some shopping vouchers and t-shirt and baseball
Yeah.
cap and, you know, a little goodie bag. So give it to all the kids with the parents' consent. Give us your Happy Dance. Take a look at the video on our Facebook page by Mercy Me. Send us your Happy Dance on video. It doesn't matter how long it is. If it's 10 seconds or 5 minutes, doesn't matter. And send us your Happy Dance, and the winner will get a prize. Okay, goodie bag.
Oh, somebody just sent me some. Oh, I don't know what. Let me share this. I've got to share this as well. This is going back now to the end. This is me and you, look, Ria.
Hả?
I'll show you now, me and you, look.
Baby.
Remember when you came up together, charity boxes? Can you see it? Can you see us for that?
It's the photo Gwynny took is lovely.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
She's got that pinned to our fridge, she have, lad.
I've got room in my frame, but I'm going to put it in my frame as well. I am.
Gwyneth printed out the same night she did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so she got a copy of it pinned to the fridge.
Hey,
What's the matter, girl?
Victor.
Where's the dog?
Where's the dog? She wants to know where the dog is now. Here we are. Look, so we got some comments for you as well, Rio. So we've got great photos, Lucia said.
Yeah.
Some great mileage. I wish there was more people like Rian in the world. I hope I'm spelling her name right. It's all right. Good evening from Manchester. Rian certainly is a legend. Lisa has been a huge part of this.
Tata.
Yeah, you see, I'm so don't worry.
And there was some comments there off Lucia as well. Rian, okay, love?
Yeah.
Lucia with a big smile.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's some more on there as well. Rian, you are a real star. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rian. Yeah, and then there's comments then about the bill and everything. So they've got some great
lovely.
feedback. You're famous.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Always be famous, always be a star,
Yeah.
no chicken. Yeah, you good girl you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some more
Working
stuff
hard, she
done.
has.
Working
And this is
hard,
what we
yeah.
need now. We need to lead by example. And like Rian's leading by example, Steve, you're leading by example as well. And I know you've taken some flack. That's why you had to do a comeback video, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was to be honest, it came out of left field. We didn't see it coming at all, because particularly the animated video got under a few people's skin. I have no idea why that was, but it seemed to get under people's skin a little bit. So we had quite a lot of kickback from the animated video, more so than anything else. And but yeah, so we made the video in answer to some criticism, which more or less said that we got it wrong, that it was historically incorrect, that some of the information and facts that we'd actually relayed in that video weren't true. So we kind of, with the book, Kinsey's own words, we kind of put that together to actually give an answer to that, give a response to that, So yeah, it's really interesting that the animated video seemed to create more kickback than anything else,
I think that's a good thing, Steve, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And there are a few other things that we can perhaps look at. But as it stands at the moment, what we'd like to do is make a success of this coming Saturday. And it'd be nice to hear from people in the campaign what their thoughts are, what their experiences are, and hopefully we've got listeners in England, and hopefully we're going to get some response from people in England who've had experiences with either their children or directly. So yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, definitely.
And that's it. I don't think people realise how this is. Like, we are saying, yes, this is Public Child Protection Wales, and Wales, we have to fight the Welsh Government, this, that and the other. But it is very much a UK issue, Steve, isn't it? We've got our emails here, they're taking us through to England. There are no borders when it comes to RSE, okay?
No, they're not.
There are no borders. It's just dotted around the place, and it's going to come hard and fast.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, any countries that have put up opposition, like the smaller nation states and some of the island states who've opposed CSE, RSE, as you know, have been threatened with cuts to their international aid if they refused it. So pretty much the UNESCO have held a gun to their head. And it's different in Wales because, at the end of the day, we're not in the same position as some of these third world countries. So, and I would say to anyone listening in England, Scotland, Ireland, or anywhere else, that if Wales win, you all win. If Wales win, you all win. And I've said that from day one. My thinking was, as soon as I heard you having your rant, as soon as I understood what you were about and what you were trying to achieve, I knew from that point on that if Wales wins, the whole country wins. So it's important that people in England and Scotland and Ireland and anywhere in the British Isles support PCP Wales, because they're their last chance. You know, they're their last chance to win. And if it wins in Wales, it has that domino effect where it has to be assessed and looked at elsewhere. You know.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is how it's got in. Because
Yes.
it's got in one place and it's rolled out, you know. We
Absolutely.
are connected. We are the UK. We're also part of Europe. We are the last country in Europe to get it. Can we be the first country in Europe to refuse it?
Exactly.
Yes, we actually can if we pull our fingers out and do something about it. But this, I think a lot of people just think that we can handle this on our own. We can't, Steve, can we?
No. And you know, I think the problem is it's been divide and conquer, in that every country, every nation state has had that, and this is the one disadvantage of devolution, is the fact that you have a split between the devolved government in Wales and Scotland and Westminster, where each has taken their own approach, each has taken their own consultation, which they completely ignored and gone ahead with it anyway. You know, particularly in Wales with the right to opt out taken away. So, you know, it seems to me that the only response to a global campaign that is being waged against children from the activist element and from the lobbyist element for the point of view of sexual rights, and we know where that's rooted, is to have a global response. And that global response starts with a tiny little country called Wales.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. You know, we've had these other campaigns have been going a long time and they're not getting anywhere fast.
No.
And this is it. This is why people need to pile into Wales as well. Just because you're not from Wales or you don't live in Wales, pile into Wales, because your presence here will make an impact.
Absolutely.
You know, just because you're the other side of the bridge, we get people saying, have we got an organisation for us in England? There are organisations in England, but we are for you as well, guys. We are challenging our government, yes, but this is a UK fight. It has to be a UK fight. Not everyone's listening to us. So if everyone was listening, fair enough, Wales will just get up and do it. But not everyone is listening. So we need the people that's listening in England to come to Wales.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter what accent you've got. You need to get to Wales. You know, we've all got to get on side now. It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a country to keep them safe. And we can't keep hoping that our neighbours next two doors down are going to wake up. You know, we've got to get on to the people that already know. We need to gather up now. We need to gather up and we need to rise together. Get your rucksack and get a tent outside Cardiff Castle. I got airbeds in my house. Anybody's welcome. This is about the kids now. All differences aside, and just get to Wales. Come to Wales, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And Wales is the key, because as I said, if you win Wales, you win the UK. Simple as. You know.
And it is that simple.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So so I'm going to love and leave you in a minute, okay? Because time marches on and we're up to here, as per usual. We're always up to here, but it's kind of up to there at the moment.
Steve, same here. I'm catching up on a year's worth of cleaning. I am. So
yeah.
I moved house in the middle of lockdown on my own with the two boys in the car.
Excellent.
And we've still got boxes on the landing. I've got half a painted kitchen. The bathroom floor was the first floor I bought. It hasn't been laid. And yeah, I've pretty much got either boxes of leaflets or boxes of charity boxes, or nobody can ever get in my house. It's like a Krypton factor. And it's even worse now. I've lost the front door key and we're having our parcels put through the living room window, right? So
brilliant.
I've got the Herms woman talking about me to my friend in another village.
So don't forget, radioheaven.co is the website. You can listen in via the link. Okay. There is an app coming soon, but it's not ready yet. So radioheaven.co. You can request, make your request up until Saturday. via the email hello@radioheaven.co, on our Facebook page, Radio Heaven 777. And also you can call or text us, and it's all on the website at radioheaven.co. So get your requests in. Please make a contribution if you want a song played. And Rianne will make sure you send us your favorite song, and we will do a special little feature for you on Saturday. Okay?
Yeah, when Rian's song comes on, we'll all do a little live and we'll all have a little bop to it, I think.
Yes,
So we'll push this all week now, Steve. I'll push it on Facebook. We'll get people pushing it all week as well, and hopefully we'll make a success of it.
Yeah, let's raise a few pounds, shall we? And you never know, I might even catch up with Rian.
Might do, yeah.
We might even catch up with Rian, but well done to
Should be
Rian.
well happy with that. Thank you.
And yeah, so we'll have some fun. We'll play some good tunes. We'll talk a lot about the campaign and you guys. And as I said, my final word really is to everybody: get in touch, text us, phone us, get in touch, email us, drop us a text, whatever you want to do. Drop a comment on our Facebook page, and we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to contribute on the day, more than happy to hear from you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they've got a comment here. Steve has said, Tank Buster. Have listened to Steve radio station a few times. Good music. Thumbs up.
Excellent.
So there we are. And I'm just gonna paste in the details again. Steve, as always, thank you so much for everything you do for us. You're a massive support. And I know I speak on behalf of all the girls. We always look forward to your videos. We look forward to catching up with you. And yeah, let's just get this done, isn't it?
Yeah, let's have some fun, get some money in, and let's get you guys on your way to defeating the Welsh government and making sure the kids in Wales and the UK have got a modicum of safety, and it is that serious. So, but yeah, let's have some fun, play some music, have some chats. Everybody's welcome, no matter what country you're from. Get in touch, and if not, we'll speak to you on the day. And I'm sure you and the girls, we'll arrange to do some little interview snippets with you during the day.
Well, that's it. If anyone has any questions they want to ask, or if there's any one of us in particular they want on at a certain time, I'm sure the girls will be more than happy to do that. We can either all come on together or individually. That makes no problem, no issues for us.
Cool. Okay, great stuff.
Thanks for coming on, Steve.
Have fun. Have a great week, and I will see you on Saturday.
Thanks very much. Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Rian. See you on Saturday.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Legend. So, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer now. Obviously, I'm on my own tonight, aren't I? And I think Rian's got a little bit camera shy as well. So I'm not going to keep you much longer tonight. Now, I'll just go through a few things. What can I say? There's lots going on behind the scenes, guys. We're doing new training ourselves, new training courses. We are making our own training courses so we can train our own staff. We'll be putting together training packages where we're going to come out with the community, pilot them with you guys. We've been on the scrounge for some premises to work from. So as you know, guys, we're from all across Wales. We've got a North Wales division. We've got Jen right way down to Llanelli, Adele is right down Torfaen. So we're all across South Wales. It's really difficult to get us together, but we are trying. We're trying to arrange to meet with North Wales as well. Yes, that's what we're doing, guys. Pretty much now we're just getting ourselves trained up. As far as PCP goes, we want to become independent advocates. We want to bridge the gap between the formalities of the system and the everyday person. We want to empower you dealing with issues in everyday life, additional needs for your kids, social services, benefits, housing, things like that. We want to be there for you guys. We want to support you, and we want to fight these services at times when things are rather difficult. As for the RSE campaign, I have said that we're going to court. We're going to court. We need some families. We just need some brave families to come forward now. it is better if we get obviously low income families. That would be a lot better, guys. But if you've got a story which you think makes a solid case, and you're not necessarily a low income family, but your case is more than valid, then I'm sure we can all come together and raise those funds, you know, on your behalf. Lucia is doing the fundraising GoFundMe page. She's putting a lot of work into that, guys. So she's looked at which ones have the less fees, which ones got the best packages and things like that. So that's almost ready to go live as well. Like I said, at the moment, the benchmark we're looking at £10,000. That's just a figure that was thrown in the air about a fortnight ago. So we will double check that. We will double check that now this week and get more information out there for you. But like I said, guys, we're just pretty much now trying to get the ball rolling. We do have cases to answer. It would be fantastic if we had a teenager to take them on, you know. Actually, I might have one. I might have just had a brain thing, yeah. So yeah, guys, so that's what we're doing now. We really need you guys on form. I'm going to be taking a step back from the front line, because I'm going to be working on the more technical stuff. The girls, though, you've got a fantastic team to contact all the time. I know Adele, Grace, and Laura now, they are off uni for 4 months, so Adele's a beast anyway. Grace as well, she's a pocket rocket. So guys, you've got plenty of people to turn to. We'll get through this. We need to start complaining now to the Ombudsman, and we need to start holding schools and local authority accountable for their inactions, and shall I say. But we've tried to do that, guys. We tried to do that through messenger groups, Facebook messenger groups, local authorities. It's not working, okay? We're not staying on topic, and people aren't doing the work. So what we need now, we just need the people that's going to do the work, all right? We've had some application forms in for volunteers. We are doing a safer recruitment training this week. So that means we will be ready to recruit you guys by the end of the week. So I'm not sure if that's going to be Grace, and maybe, I don't know if it's Rachel or Lucia will be doing the interviews for that. But guys, this is what it is now. It's all action, right? So from this moment forward, it's action. We can't dilly-dally anymore. If people aren't listening, we just go ahead without them, okay? It's really important now that it's full steam ahead. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm trying to catch up on them. Brian, most of your comments are being held for review. What are you up to, love? Somebody on you doesn't like what you're saying. Looks like you're saying the truth. Right, yeah, so that's it, guys. Right, so you all know the information on Steve. I have shared the links there. Spread the words, guys. Let's make some money. Big, massive thank you to Rian and Lisa as well. Lisa is a massive support to this campaign. She's pretty much taken Caerphilly off our hands, to be fair. So, guys, we can't do this without you, right? It has to be a country effort. It has to be a team effort. And, yeah. It has to be one and all in, guys. We have a real chance here in Wales. Our next protest is the 11th of July in Cardiff. We'll be starting at Cardiff Castle again. We'll be taking a slightly different route this time, right through the centre, Cardiff Centre. It's going to be a Sunday, guys, all right? Coaches, we can put on a coach for you. But if you want a coach, you're going to have to get in touch as soon as possible. And we will be taking a small deposit then, which will be non-refundable. It would be great to get some coaches going, guys. It is the last chance we get to do anything before the end of term, okay? So we're not going to get another chance to speak to any teachers or any schools until September then, which is a long time, guys. It's a long way away, right? So we need to make some noise in Cardiff on Sunday, the 11th of July, right? We've got some surprises for you. Obviously, we'll be giving out presentations as usual. But let's make this a family event. The funding is for Court Inquisitor Vex. I can see you there. The funding is for court. We are taking the Welsh Government to court now. We're actually going to challenge the Curriculum and Assessment Act, which has been passed. So yeah, that's what the funding's for. And we'll keep you posted about that, guys. We're going to document our journey. I do know the website Lucia has chosen. We can give you updates on that as well, how the fundraising is going along. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to cut it short tonight. I'm on my own. I don't know if Jason's there. Jason, you there? Can you hear me? Can you, I'll be cutting off soon. So yeah, guys, a big thank you then to Steve for coming on and for doing the radio show, the support and everything there. Lisa, a big massive thank you to you and Rian as well. Rian is the star of our show. Is Rian there a minute? We say good night.
Yeah, all the girls are going a bit nuts. Yeah, I'm going to say good night, please. Thank
Hello.
you.
Rian, thank you very much for joining us, sweetheart, and thank you for everything you do for this campaign.
Ah, you're welcome, say.
Hey.
You know, you're annoying.
Oi, is you and him, oi? Because I keep saying to you, oi.
Hey.
So
Thanks
So
for having
guys,
us.
thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to everyone in the chat, guys. That's it for me tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Like I said, guys, it's full steam ahead now. If you want to get a quote, get in touch. If you want to get on the campaign, get in touch. If you got skills, get in touch. If you want to do sponsors, it's all hands on deck now, guys. It's an open invitation. Just do what you can when you can. Get in touch. We can do this, right? Thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry for babbling. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm here on my own. But good night, everyone. Oh, wait, that was our thing then. What to say? Oh, yeah, they did pass it. They passed it on the 9th of March. And if you look at the Curriculum Act now, you will see they never have to consult us on any contents of that curriculum if they don't see fit. So, but we will put a video out on the new consultation, and we also put a video out on the Curriculum and Assessment Act, and we'll do that this week for you guys, right? We'll go live and we'll do it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Your support is incredible. And Jason, you can knock us off when you're ready now. Good night, Lisa. Good night, Ian. Good night, everyone.